The motivation for this installation is the problem of financial crisis. Although each crisis looks unique, and here we can see images from the Spanish oil crisis in the 1980s, it turns out that all of them share one thing in common. And fundamentally, what that is that once they happen, people tend to forget about crisis. And so what we wanted to do is an installation that explains financial crisis. GameBroker is a set of 3 mini-games about the crisis for the original Nintendo Game Boy. In the first game, the enemy is the rising price of oil, and the player needs to save the world economy by shooting the barrels of Brent oil before they reach the top of the screen. The game also challenges the player with popular culture questions about the economy in the 1980s at the time in Spain, and correct answers give the player extra points. The second crisis takes place in the early 1990s. The entrance of Spain in the European Union in 1986 and the Olympic Games in Barcelona in 1992 left the Spanish economy badly overheated. The Bank of Spain had to increase interest rates, pushing the economy into recession. In the game, the player has to fight high interest rates in the style of Arkanoid and answer questions related to the crisis. The dot-com bubble exploded in the year 2000 and put the whole world economy at a risk, as well as the Spanish one. The player has to stop the bubble by hunting down meteors in the style of asteroids. Okay, so how did we do this game? To release these games for the Game Boy platform, we developed our own do-it-yourself cartridge and used open software tools like Game Boy Developer Kit, Game Boy Tile Designer, as well as the Lemon Player. So altogether, we now have technology that allows us to produce a small series of cartridges that run in the original Game Boy, as well as the Game Boy Advanced. And so we are now able to be an independent game development studio for the Game Boy. GameBroker was first produced in June 2009 for the Emotion Festival at the Center for Contemporary Culture in Barcelona. And with GameBroker, we are hoping to promote a better access to financial literacy. We hope that by understanding the dynamics of financial crisis, people, and not just bankers, can take control of their own domestic economy and avoid future disasters like the credit crisis.